Have you ever pondered the connection between the law of assumption and religion? If not, today we're going to delve into that fascinating connection. But first, let's understand what the law of assumption is. In its simplest form, the law of assumption is a principle that states that whatever you assume to be true in your conscious and subconscious mind, you will manifest in your reality. It's the bedrock of many belief systems and spiritual practices, and it's more than just wishful thinking or positive affirmation. It's about truly believing and embodying the reality you desire, even before it materializes in your physical world. Now, you might be wondering, where does this concept come from? One of the most prominent advocates of the law of assumption was a man named Neville Goddard. He was a spiritual teacher in the mid-20th century and wrote extensively about the power of imagination and assumption. He believed that we as human beings have the power to create our own reality through our thoughts, assumptions, and beliefs. According to Goddard, the law of assumption is not just about manifesting material goods or achieving personal goals. It goes deeper than that. It's about understanding that our external world is a reflection of our internal state. It's about realizing that our assumptions shape our perceptions, our experiences, and ultimately, our reality. Goddard's teaching suggests that if we want to change our reality, we must first change our assumptions. We must dare to believe in the reality we desire, even when our senses tell us otherwise. We must persist in our assumptions until they harden into fact. This can be a challenging concept to grasp. It asks us to suspend disbelief and to trust in the power of our own minds. But as we delve deeper into this topic, we'll discover how this law intersects with religion and how we can apply it in our everyday lives. As Neville Goddard once stated, assumption, although denied by the senses, if persisted in, will harden into fact. And so, as we journey through this exploration, let's keep this powerful quote in mind. We'll unpack it further as we continue our journey into the law of assumption and its intriguing connection to religion. Now, you may ask, where does religion fit into this picture? Just like the law of assumption, many religious doctrines are steeped in the idea of faith and belief manifesting reality. Take a moment to consider the concept of prayer, for instance. When one prays, they are essentially affirming a desired outcome, much like the law of assumption advocates for. In numerous religious texts, we come across the principle of ask and you will receive. This is a clear echo of the law of assumption. When we ask, or rather when we assume the feeling of our wish fulfilled, we set the wheels in motion to manifest that reality. It's fascinating to realize that despite their differences, religion and the law of assumption share these common threads. However, it's important to note that they are not one and the same. Religion often involves a deity or higher power, and a set of moral or behavioral codes. The law of assumption, on the other hand, focuses more on the individual's ability to shape their reality through their beliefs and assumptions. Yet, the intersection of these two concepts is undeniable. Theologian Neville Goddard, a proponent of the law of assumption, once said, "Man moves in a world that is nothing more or less than his consciousness objectified." This statement resonates with many religious teachings that emphasize the power of faith and belief. In Buddhism, for example, we find the concept of "we are what we think," which aligns with the law of assumption's principle that our assumptions shape our reality. In Christianity, we find the teaching of "according to your faith, be it unto you," reinforcing the idea that our beliefs have the power to manifest our realities. So, while religion and the law of assumption may present different paths, they both lead to the same truth. Our beliefs and assumptions hold the power to shape our world. As you can see, the threads of belief, faith, and manifestation weave together the tapestry of both the law of assumption and religion. Scene script. How can understanding the law of assumption and its relation to religion benefit you in everyday life? This question brings us to the crux of our discussion. The law of assumption is not just a theoretical concept. It's a practical tool that can be applied to improve our daily lives. It's about harnessing the power of belief to shape our reality. Consider your personal and professional relationships. We often assume that people think or feel a certain way about us. These assumptions, whether positive or negative, can significantly influence our interactions. By consciously applying the law of assumption, we can choose to believe in the positive aspects of our relationships. We can assume that we are loved, respected, and appreciated. This positive mindset can foster healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Now, let's talk about self-confidence. Many of us struggle with self-doubt and insecurities. But what if we assume that we are capable, competent, and worthy? This simple shift in belief can boost our self-confidence, enabling us to take on challenges and opportunities with greater courage and determination. The law of assumption can also be a powerful tool in achieving our goals. Imagine having a goal. Maybe it's a promotion at work, a healthier lifestyle, or learning a new skill. By assuming that we have already achieved these goals, we tap into a powerful force that can turn our visions into reality. This is where the role of visualization comes into play. Visualizing our goals as already accomplished solidifies our belief in their attainment. But remember, maintaining a positive mindset is crucial. Negative assumptions can be just as powerful as positive ones. So it's essential to be mindful of the assumptions we make, ensuring they align with the reality we want to create. Remember, what you believe, you can achieve. This is the power of the law of assumption. As we come to the end of this exploration, let's revisit the key points we've discussed. We've unraveled the concept of the law of assumption, which asserts that our reality is shaped by our beliefs and expectations. We've also delved into its fascinating intersection with religion, identifying shared themes of belief and manifestation. Both systems underscore the power of faith and intention in shaping our reality. We've also discussed practical ways to apply the law of assumption in our daily lives, from positive affirmations to visualization techniques. Remember, it's not just about wishful thinking, but about truly embodying the reality you desire. While the law of assumption and religion are not identical, they operate on similar principles, emphasizing the transformative power of belief. As we conclude, let's remember the words of Neville Goddard: "Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Do not try to change people. They are only messengers telling you who you are. Revalue yourself and they will confirm the change."